social view can as well become an
You're saying that whether it's the print media or the TV media, there is some debate about regulation online. So far there hasn't been. Kabir Bedi, the government says there is stuff online, incendiary stuff which could lead to riots. Images of the Prophet Muhammad being shown in all sorts of shapes and sizes which would be unacceptable to the Muslim community, and that would hurt religious sentiments and create communal tensions which cannot be allowed. Are you in favor of such material being online, or do you think there is some rationale in the government wanting to take it offline?
No. Whatever is libelous or defamatory or inciting violence or things that are illegal in real life are also illegal in the virtual world. If this happens, the government can complain, measures can be taken to take those sites down. Now, but to ask for pre-censorship, I don't know what they're smoking. I mean, the amount of volume of the things going up, there's 25 billion tweets a month on Twitter. Who's going to monitor that? 24 hours of video per minute going up on YouTube. Who's going to censor all that? And why should they? Even the organizations themselves, if they wanted, haven't got the capacity or the manpower to do such pre-censorship. Where is the logic of this pre-censorship coming from? China has dealt with it in one simple way. They have banned Google, they have banned YouTube, they have banned Twitter, they have banned Facebook. Now, if we want to ban these things because the government's diktat must be enforced, then we have to choose whether we are the world's largest democracy or the world's second biggest autocracy, an authoritarian state after China.
Let me get Subimal Bhattacharya to respond to this. Kabir Bedi saying, I want to know what Kapil Sibal and others are smoking. It's simply impossible to pre-censor. This is an argument which doesn't stand. Anybody who uses the internet knows that, except those in government.
I think, we have to understand that the intermediaries also have certain responsibilities, and the government hasn't tried to in any way, teach them or try to push anything on them, that just take this out, or that there are recourses of the government to Section 79 as well as to Section 69A of the IT Act. I think more responsibly these organizations or these intermediaries should look at the matter and possibly come up with a solution, and I think that was the intent of the minister.
No, you're supporting what Kapil Sibal is suggesting.
Absolutely.
I have a simple question for you. The privacy settings or the guidelines issued by Facebook and Google so far are, if somebody reports to us that there is some inflammatory content online, within 36 hours we remove it. Is that or is that not acceptable? You surely are not suggesting that Google hire 1 million people or Facebook have 1 million people constantly monitoring what Kabir Bedi, Shobha Day and the rest are saying.
I think none of us are privy to that fact about what has been the track record of these companies in front of the government, and how much they have really applied. And if you go back in the past, when the case came up of eBay, I think the responsibility still lies with the intermediary to have a certain control on the content that goes through their networks. So it's in their own benefit, I think, to have a certain sense of control on the content. And secondly, linking up to all the other things like Anna Hazare and all, I think we have passed the peak of Anna Hazare movement. We didn't block anything. We have seen all other countries, around their movements of their blocked. So trying to compare and trying to create a big issue out of the whole thing, I think we should resist from that.
But you're essentially suggesting that what Kapil Sibal is saying is correct and that cyber companies are not taking this seriously. Kritika said, is this even legal? Because I have some provisions of the IT Act which essentially say that you're supposed to remove this content within 36 hours of being notified. Yes. So what Kapil Sibal is suggesting is in fact legally untenable.
There is a difference. In India, we have Section 79 of the IT Act, which states very clearly that there are exclusions of internet service providers or intermediaries like social networking sites. All those sites barely transmit information with third parties with post. So combating, like to check, to monitor it on an everyday basis, huge volumes of data every day is technically sometimes infeasible, especially for large corporations. In that kind of a scenario, Section 79 categorically says that if there is actual knowledge, ISP will be liable. Despite notice to the ISP, if nothing is removed, he is liable. If he conspires or abets such offence, he is contributory and infringer, he is liable. But not pre-censorship. To what extent technically is feasible is also a question. Plus under section 79, there is no clarity on